Hello everyone, it's Kari from sunshineinmypocket.com. Today I was challenged to create a card using the color of the year for 2022, which is this color here called Veri Peri, and it's like a periwinkle color. I didn't have exactly the Pantone color, but I'm going to be using these two colors of ink to kind of build that color for the background of my card. I'm going to be using these layered Dahlia stencils from Altenew. These are some favorites of mine. I've had them in my stash for a while. I haven't got to use them as much as I want, and they create a stunning result, in my opinion. I hope you love them just as much as I do. I'm taking this first stencil here and a small blending brush. This is one that you hold in your hands, and I'm putting a light layer of that grape ink right over that one. Then I'm going to build up the second layer here, and I'm going to add the darker purple ink color, which is the Coronation Purple. I started out by just adding a little extra of the grape, just to see what kind of result I got, and it was a little bit lighter than I wanted, so I'm going in with that Coronation Purple. Look how bright and beautiful this color is. So vibrant, so beautiful, and watch as I pull off this stencil. You're going to see what a dramatic effect it has. This is perfect for any background that you're creating or even as its own card. Just stamp a sentiment or add a die cut sentiment over the top of this and you've got a card. So pretty. Look at that. I love the results, and you can always move that stencil around so that you get a different look every time. You noticed I did put it off to the right a little in this one. I'm going to be using this die set from Altenew. This is the layered wood flower die set, and I've showed you this before in a video before, but I love this one because there are 2 layers for the flower. There are 3 layers for the leaves, and then just the inside pieces, and it's very simple to put together. Now for this, I've already cut out all the pieces that we need. I inked it up with some iced spruce and also some black soot distress ink for the flower itself. And then I cut out the leaves with black and gray cardstock. I'm going to be using this foil washi tape for the inside of the flowers because I think it's going to bring such a pop to this card without having to do too much work. If you have foil paper, you can use that as well. I had this foiled washi sitting on my desk and I thought, what a beautiful idea to just add a touch of that. This flower is super simple to put together. I'm putting the leaves together now, and it's got 2 layers of dark cardstock and then a lighter gray on top of that. So this is 3 layers for the leaves, but they're very simple to put together, as you can see here. And then I'll put together the flower as well. And we're going to pop these elements up for this card just to give it some great dimension and more interest. So I'm going to glue those 2 pieces of the flower together just like so. They're pretty simple to line up. You just have to look at those edges and put them together just like this. And there we have our flower. And now here's the inside portion where it's got 2 pieces. I've layered the top one with that foil. And we're going to go ahead and pop that up right on this flower. I'm just using some small foam squares for this to pop that up. So pretty. I'm going to glue on those leaves right now, but I'm going to wait to add the flower until after I stamp the sentiment. But I have the flower on there right now because I want to add some gold splatters. I've got my metallic paints here, and I'm just going to get the gold all ready by spraying a little water in there. And then I'll take a little bit of that, put it on an acrylic block, and then splatter that on using my paintbrush. So see, I'm just going to grab some of that right here and splatter that on. I'm using a really small paintbrush, so these are pretty small splatters. You'll see it a little better in the close-ups at the end, but I was looking for something kind of small. I didn't want really large paint splotches here, so that's why I'm doing it with this small brush. I'm going to add a few more exactly where I want them because I like to have kind of a controlled splatter sometimes. So I just did that by touching my paintbrush to the portions where I needed some more of that gold metallic shine. And now I'm going to use this beautiful set from Altenew as well. It's the Inside and Out Thanks Sentiment Stamp Set. And I'm using the sentiment that says "So kind," and then the smaller sentiment that says, "Sometimes the smallest things take up the most room in your heart." I'll stamp on the "So kind" first, and then once I get a dark enough impression, I'll go ahead and stamp on that second sub-sentiment. I wanted them to be a little closer together than I could get with both of them stamping at the same time, so that's why I did one and then the other. Now I have my Altenew foam tape here, and this is what I'm going to use to attach that large flower to the card. I love this foam tape. It gives you just a little bit of lift. You can use multiple layers if you want, but I just wanted that one for this one. And now I'll use the small heart that was in that stamp set to add that to the card as well. So we've got a beautiful background, a really great die cut flower over the top with those leaves. I love the Veri Peri color with grays and blacks. It's just really dramatic, and a touch of gold is perfection. I hope you enjoyed this video too. And if you want to take a look, I've listed all the supplies below so you can take a look at those. I really appreciate you coming back again and again to my channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. I'll be back with more card making videos soon. And until then, have a really happy, crafty day. Bye-bye.